Okay, I am excited about this YouTube. I posted one video the other day and some people actually commented, so I really appreciate the support. Thank you. I'm doing this as a way to stay active in my recovery because the last time I relapsed, it really shattered me, and I think what led up to it was the fact that I was still hiding this. Like, only the people closest to me knew I had an addiction. And of course there were some people that had suspicions as to why I was so unpredictably, just why I had these moments of just disappearing. But anywho, yeah, now I am just out there with my recovery. I love that I'm talking to people about it. I love that I'm venting about it. I love that other people are encouraging me. I love that I'm encouraging other people for once. That is amazing. I know that when other people talk about what they've done and where they've come from, it really brings me hope. So I hope the same is happening for those who watch me. But yeah, this is my little sanctuary hangout spot. It's this big desk that goes around this way. Puts me in the corner. This is also a game room, game chair. There's an Xbox in here as well, but game room, but really it's also my little study where I can talk. And I'm excited about YouTube as well because apparently these videos can be as long as I want them to be. And yeah, I don't feel like I have to cut off my story or feel rushed. So welcome. I'm gonna light some incense. And since I don't have a lot of videos on here, I want to start by kind of giving an idea of why I got into addiction, because I know the only video I have is just kind of how I relapsed. But so when I was 16, I graduated with my GED. It was my dad's plan to get us all into college early. So I got my GED, went to college at 16, and I had come out of years of homeschooling. Now I had some of my schooling wasn't homeschooling. It was like I went to kindergarten, like first grade, second grade, like just grade school stuff, and I loved being in school. And then my dad pulled us out, and I was actually really unhappy about that, and definitely spent a lot of time alone. He was paranoid about a lot of things. He was paranoid about us going to swimming areas like the lake, public pools, anything like that, because I don't know, he thought I guess he thought adults would stare at us or something, but my dad was just very protective, so he put us in homeschool. He also didn't let us wear makeup until I was 15, and if we ever got makeup or rings as a gift, he'd burn them. Now, I'm not sitting here just trying to trash talk my dad, but, you know, growing up, it was not that easy. I went through some abuse as well, but I don't really want to get into that. But my point is so when I was 16 starting college, and this plan wasn't really mine. I really didn't want to, I wanted to go to high school. I wanted to have all of that experience. But yeah, started 16. I'd had some resentment in my heart, just issues from abuse. So the first person I ended up falling in love with was somebody in their mid-20s. And I was literally like 18. Yeah, I was barely 18, 19. We were both serving at the same restaurant, but anyway, oh my God, like I was so lost, like insecure, lost, never been in love, came out of a sheltered upbringing, and so the first man that showed me attention, which happened to be this guy, he had no car, he apparently had a drug addiction that that people kept warning me about. Look, he's messed up, there's something wrong there, but I fell in love with him. He was my first love. But yeah, that took me down so hard because he ended up being verbally abusive and then got physical to where he'd actually like give me black eyes. I've gotten restraining orders on him. God, I put up with so much, and then I tried to save him from his drug addictions. And then guess what? Near the end of it, I was so low on myself to the point where I was like, he might kill me one day, but my love for him is way too powerful, and this is what I have to be with him. But yeah, he ended up being the one who introduced hard drugs to me. And when I say hard drugs, I mean like H and later on it was fentanyl, but he got me into opiates right off the bat. Like, you're talking about a girl who was working and going to school, 19 years old, first falls in love, got into an abusive situation, black eyes, I had to wear glasses to hide it, makeup all the time, and then he introduces the worst drug to me. So that was the love I was accepting at the time. But anyway, that completely destroyed my life. For in that same year, we ended up, of course, having to live in motels. We ended up getting in trouble with the law. But me getting in trouble with the law, this was about 10 years ago when all this happened, by the way. I'm in my 30s now. But the good thing about getting in trouble was it finally separated me from him long enough to where I could break those chains that I had. They were just I had this connection to him I couldn't break. But in jail, I had mentors. I stayed in the Focus program. It's a prison ministries program that I did in jail. And I ended up graduating from the program and then also becoming a mentor for the next program. And it's a 3-month program each time. So I was a mentor more than once, and I graduated. But it was very positive. I made sure to have a good, positive jail experience. It wasn't perfect. There were times where my addiction was creeping up and I wanted to get messed up so bad that I actually drank hand sanitizer. I drank hand sanitizer just to get a buzz, and I did, but it was like a really fucked up buzz that made me throw up. Excuse my language. But anywho, luckily jail is the reason that I had enough time away from him. So when I got out, I had my struggles when I got out still. A lot of struggles. I still had that addiction now, even though I got him out of the picture. He got me into the same kind of addiction, because it's hard to mess with something like that and not physically get addicted, and then also emotionally, mentally get addicted to the escape aspect of it. But anywho, like I said, I've had long periods of clean time, and the last time that I was clean, it was the longest time, and so many great things happened. Like I ended up getting my degree finally, my college degree. I got promotions. Things were going so well. And the only thing that I think I was missing the last time was I still wasn't doing NA. I didn't want to talk about it. I was so afraid to talk about it because I was so ashamed. So this is like a whole new thing that I'm throwing myself into. But yeah, I refused to talk about it, and I wasn't even thinking about it on my own. I just pretended like it never happened, and then for some reason I just mentally just got back into it, and I think it was depression and loneliness, but whatever. Now I've got all the tools I need, I think, because I have support. I'm actually active in my recovery. I make sure to plan out my day. I make sure to vent if I'm having triggers, or find things to, steer me away from that anxious feelings that I would have. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. And luckily now, like I said, I made the choice to be courageous and not only just share my story, but also to help other people and to let them see that it is also possible. Because you can judge people all day for the mistakes they make, but we all make mistakes. Some of them just get us in a lot deeper water than others, but there's always hope. But yeah, so now I'm living one day at a time. Things are definitely looking up. Everyone has been supporting me on all my social media channels, where I'm just saying, hey, bad things can happen and you can make mistakes, but also you can change those. You can change the direction of your life and bring positivity back into it. But yeah, so that's kind of a summary of it. And my name is Michelle. Very nice to meet everybody, and I hope you have an amazing day. I will keep posting, especially because I love being able to really talk about things. So yeah, feel free to comment or send me a message or subscribe. I don't know if you have to subscribe, but anyway, have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.